So next thing that came out after thinking about that is AI going to take over our jobs again? It's just I've read write about this on AI a lot and about what's happening to our licenses. Arizona, a couple of states are opening it up where non-legal law firms can do it. How's AI going to take care of these things? It might take care of like certain repetitive tasks and bottlenecks in our workflow, so productivity go up. But one thing I saw is this article about engineers who are using AI and they're becoming more stressed because what's happening is that I've seen this in the firm as well. There's certain things we do that are low stress things that clients pay for us that are repetitive, and it subsidizes the more highly brain numbing stuff, or not numbing, but it's like intense kind of stuff you have to think about when you're doing. So it's 70% of the cases, okay, we could do it, handle it, paralegals to help, all that kind of stuff. 30% requires like full on attorney like thought process. But what happens to AI, it knocks out that 80% really fast. And so the fees eventually are going to be like go down quickly, but then all you're left with is like the really high intensity kind of work you have to do, and you probably have to do more of that. So then the job becomes much more stressful. So the engineers are seeing this, like the AI is writing all the code that they typically would have written that they've given a lot of time, but they're doing that all in a short amount of time, which means they can do more of and that creates all this more flow for the supervising engineer that's going to be looking at and analyzing the code and all that kind of stuff. And so it's just come like a more stressful experience with higher expectations, less buffers of this kind of stuff. And so it's going to be like more lawyering actually with the AI happening. It's going to be more intense, but potentially those hours are going to be charged at a higher rate. So potentially our fees may stay the same or may not. What the issue then becomes about fees for me is not about the lawyer intensity work going down or maybe in our fees going down relative to that, but it's more like who's going to be like paying for this. So I'm having this kind of issue right now where a lot of my clients are employees of Fortune 500 companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. These are my like employees where they get married for someone back home, they do naturalization, all that kind of stuff. If they're losing their jobs, they're high paying people. Those are people hiring me. So it's not like the immigration work isn't there. People don't need my work, even with the AI, they can do it on their own potentially. They want to hire me, but they just don't have the money. So either I lower my fees, which will be hard, which I'm going to talk about fees in a second, or on the other end, I got to be really sharp on figuring out these AI tools that could do it. But the problem for me, AI, a lot of it is just the security aspect of it of how do I put this data in there and someone reading all my files because people are connecting their Dropbox to Google Drive to it. And is that safe or not? I guess they're going to figure it out eventually. The ABA might do something or create some sort of system, but I'm hesitant to connect it. What I'd really like to do is have my consultations be recorded by AI. And so it could take notes for me. That'll save me a lot of time.